Even though as things stand, you may very well never set foot in your homeland again. Well, that's really sad. Man, this didn't have to happen. Jeez. This man is the worst man. Okay, but the trial isn't that. The trial is if Baroque van Zieks is not guilty or guilty. Okay, but what about Van Zieks? He's not guilty. Strongheart, that's not the point of this case. No, dude, he has another trial later. This trial is the trial of Baroque van Zieks if he killed Tobias Gregson or not. Can you come on. Pronounce him not guilty, please? Can that happen? Fucking Christ. Oh, they got a new bench. Either that or they moved courtrooms. I mean, I don't know if wonderful's the word I would choose, Susato. Yes, thank you. Is something wrong? I don't know. I'm just a little troubled by his silence. At least you're not being convicted as a murderer, I guess? No! Fuck off! You're... What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is... Kazuma, this is the trial for the... For the death... For the murder of Tobias Gregson. Not any previous murder. Not any previous crime, even though we know Mr. Baroque van Zieks didn't do any of that. Just for Tobias Gregson! Shut the fuck up, okay? Why are you making my life so hard? You're literally there and confessed to being told to murder. I know. Kazuma, I hate you right now. What? But Judge Jigoku has already confessed. Nevertheless, Baroque van Zieks has committed crimes for which he must be punished. Yeah, but now is not the fucking time. You're shitting me right now. Kazuma, are you really believing that it's Van Zieks? Absolutely not. You think Van Zieks would correspond and demand... No, listen. Okay, honestly, at the time, 1 year ago, Van Zieks was so racist that he wouldn't even fathom to interact with the Japanese person, let alone go through the trouble of corresponding with them through telegraph or anything. Okay? I mean, he's still a bit racist now, but we're fixing that, okay? Kind of. Like, he would never have interacted with the Nipponese, the Japanese people, because he no. So, and he especially wouldn't work with the man who was friends with Genshin Asogi. Absolutely not, especially at that time. So, Kazuma, use your brain. Right now, you're small brain, okay? Oh my god. Yunosuke, I can fix him. No, but we can fix... He can be fixed, I swear. No, but seriously, Kazuma, how can you be so stupid? Kazuma, can't you see the guy up there is the guy who that told him to do it? Like, come on. British higher up, like, Baroque Van Zieks has no power over Jigoku. Absolutely no power over him. Come on, don't be a dum-dum. It's so obvious. Yeah, and Baroque Van Zieks is not. He's just a prosecutor. Kazuma, you're an idiot. Okay? You're an idiot. You're being blinded. Yeah, but we know Scotland Yard in this game isn't as competent as we hope. Why? Oh God, I'm so... Kazuma, why must you be like this? He's not, though. You're blinded by hatred, my dude. That explains Kazuma's silence before. He'll stop at nothing to finish what Lord Van Zieks unwittingly started 10 years ago. Okay, but seriously though, this is my theory. Strongheart is the one behind all of this, and he has a good, like, poker face, mind you, but he is behind all of this because he's again, I said this before, he's the only higher up that has all this has enough power. He definitely has a motive, or even if it's not like a motive, but he has an ambition, I guess. Um, so he's the only one high up enough that we have met in the game that could possibly go through with this. He sure is annoying enough. Yeah, that too. That too. He's probably used Kazuma's hatred of Van Zeeks because of his father to, I bet he like expected this to happen because he's not surprised. And also he probably has something a little bit against Van Zeeks, maybe. Because Strongheart was originally supposed to be the prosecutor for the professor case. And Van Zeeks kept bugging him to get that part. To be the prosecutor in that case because the victim was his brother. And I feel like we had a discussion similar to this before, if Baroque had like, because he was a noble, he was able to take that spot away from Strongheart, and so maybe Strongheart's like, fuck you. And so that's at least partially what motivates him to do this, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. And also Strongheart wants to be the Attorney General, so I don't know. That's also obviously included in this because he talks about it a lot. He made Yunosuke stay for who knows how many hours listening to his 200 something reasons or whatever blah 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 nonsense that we had to sit through last time. So, okay. Yeah, because it benefits you, asshole. He had no interaction. So this sucks. Kazuma, I am thoroughly disappointed that you could be so blinded. Oh, it's so great though. I love. Okay, by the way though, Van Zeeks has to be so flexible to be able to do that. His leg is straight, I think. What do you say? Soured the contents of my hello chest, got it. Lord Van Zeeks. I first had to suffer the pseudonym of the Reaper 10 years ago now. And ever since that time, I've endured the weight of implied guilt that's gone with it. Break it! So I welcome the chance to testify now and crush those allegations once and for all. Yeah, fuck you, Kazuma. I say he's not. I wonder if Kazuma was hoping that with Yunosuke as the defense, while they would find the truth to Tobias Gregson's, like, murder, he would also help with, like, putting Van Zeeks behind bars because he truly believes that he was the one that, got his father killed, pronounced guilty as the professor. But Yunosuke is obviously like, no, fuck that, that's not happening here, because Van Zeeks is not the murderer, and no matter how mean he's been to Yunosuke in the past, he's never, like, done anything to make Yunosuke believe that he's actually the Reaper, so, I don't know, because from the beginning, Kazuma wanted Ryunosuke with him. He snuck him to Britain. So, like, he wanted his help to prove all this, but I don't know. He looks scary and has racism issues. That's the main issues, honestly. Oh yeah, that. No, I believe that. Yeah, but he's not a killer, you know. His racism is slowly, not all the way gone, but it's getting there. And he looks scary. I don't know. But the racism is an issue. Yes. He doesn't give murder. Yeah. Putting the defendant in the witness stand can be extremely dangerous. And Kazuma-sama is so emotional at the moment. He's not thinking logically. No, he hasn't been thinking logically, like, since he got his memories back. You're right that he's not himself, but I knew it would be like this. And I came here today determined to face him through whatever might arise. As a lawyer, and as his friend. Listen, Ryunosuke, I'm still mad about the fact that he said that we should be tied to Gregson's metal trunk and thrown into the ocean. I'm still really angry about that. But also, you didn't say best friend, you did say just friend, so... Then that's what we must do. The defense has no objection, my lord. I love his aesthetic, just trying to think about what possible logic could exist. No, that's fair. He does give off, like, vampire vibes, so it might freak some people out. But in my opinion, he's a very handsome character. But right, what was that about? Yeah, Kazuma, you got some explaining to do. That was not okay to say, no matter how emotional you're saying. You were saying that your friend should drown in the ocean and not be able to swim back up. That's messed up. That is just over the line, you know. Are we gonna get a break? I wonder. Is there gonna be a to be continued? No, we're going right to testimony. Okay, hold on. Alright, the Reaper and the Assassin exchange. I've never taken the life of another, nor have I instructed another to kill. I've been investigating the truth behind the Reaper for years, and I was aware of Gregson's involvement. That's the reason why I went to Fresno Street that day, and how I came to discover the body. The point is, no common thread exists between myself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson. Clearly, therefore, there's no reason to suspect me of being behind the assassin exchange. No, I don't believe you did it. I 100% agree with you, Van Zeeks, that you're not the Reaper. I acknowledge that the public at large believes me to be the Reaper. However, that's a fallacy, which I alone am in a position to forswear. Naturally, the prosecution believes the testimony just given by the accused to be untrue. Well, yeah, because you're blinded... whatever. Ryunosuke Naruhodo? Oh, why are you... What? Yes. Let me ask you, why are you here? What really brings you to this courtroom? What the fuck, dude? We're starting with this shit already? Got back from my break to... fucking... okay. A desire to uncover the truth. Even if the truth proves your client to be guilty. He's not guilty, though. What about you? Are you ready to hear the fucking truth? Because it doesn't seem like you are. Kazuma. Asogi. From all my experience in this courtroom, I've come to realize something. The truth can't be hidden. Sooner or later, it will come out. So, it's always my intention to work with my client in pursuit of the truth. Kazuma, I want you to remember that you wanted the truth too, and just because you believe it to be I can't speak. Just because you want or you believe what you said to be the truth doesn't always mean it's the truth. You gotta keep an open mind here. I know exactly what you're thinking, Kazuma. I know you're just waiting to point it out. The contradiction, you're convinced, lies somewhere within the man's testimony. I mean, I think the only thing I could, like, say is a contradiction is that he has nothing to do with... Hold on, let me see. What did he say? No common thread exists between himself, Gregson, and Dr. Wilson. Because I feel like for Dr. Wilson, it would just be this, but then... And then there's credit to Inspector Gregson for petitioning to so doggedly for the autopsy procedure. So this is the only thing I would say connects them, but in no way does that make him, like, a killer. I don't know. I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, because that's the only thing. Yeah, found it. I got it. I'm pleased to see the defense doesn't intend to run from the undeniable truth. No, just because I showed evidence that there's a contradiction doesn't mean that I don't believe that he's innocent anymore. Kazuma, bonk, yeah, he... You know, I remembered when we said that Van Zieks needs to be sprayed with a spray bottle, like a water gun, because he's been naughty, like, bad. I think not so much anymore. Like, I don't think Van Zieks need that much anymore, but, like, Kazuma needs, like, a fucking whole hose, like, sprayed down, because, like, he's been a real dick right now. Like, he's being really... Kazuma, yes, he's being very bad. Kazuma, why are you like this? And no, Kazuma, the defense isn't running away from the truth. Because the truth is something else, not what you're thinking. He's causing problems on purpose. He is. Because their name is on there. The autopsy report of the professor's final victim is an indelible link between Inspector Gregson, Dr. Wilson, and the defendant. Not that accursed name again. The professor. I've personally researched all of the court records relating to that case. I know that at the time, autopsy was considered sacrilege to the victims' souls. And for a member of the aristocracy, like Lord Clint Van Zieks, he was unthinkable. But someone implored the powers that be to allow the autopsy to go ahead, Inspector Gregson. He declared that he was certain he would obtain conclusive proof from the procedure. And it was Dr. Wilson who conducted the autopsy. His signature is clearly visible on the document. Okay. Evidence that conclusively proved Genshin Isogi was guilty of the murders. In my brother's dying moments, he mustered all his remaining strength to leave the vital clue behind. Wait, hold on. Let me just see something real quick. So it doesn't say what the vital evidence was. Scarlet ink stains visible on the little and ring finger of the right hand. Okay. A marvelous victory, was it? I wonder if that's really true. What? Could the same be said if it turned out that the key piece of evidence in question was in fact fabricated? If the inspector, the coroner, and the prosecutor all colluded together? Kazuma, shut the fuck up. Van Zieks is not that kind of prosecutor. To cast an innocent Japanese man as a mass murderer and send him to his death. Kazuma, shut the fuck up. That's outrageous! And now, 10 years later, for some reason the secret has been threatened and needs protecting. Which is why the inspector and the coroner had to be silenced, isn't it? By someone in power in Japan and in Britain, using the two killers recruited for the assassin exchange. Okay, Kazuma, you just said something that can be fucking... like... Okay. Someone in power in Japan and in Britain. Van Zieks is not it. He's a prosecutor. He doesn't have any power other than law and being nobility, but that doesn't give him power outside of the UK, like of Britain. Like Kazuma, he's not in any sort of foreign affairs other than if there's an event in Britain. So by the sentence you've just uttered right now, it makes no sense for Van Zieks to be the Reaper. Like, what? He's not that old. Yeah, that's who. He's like, what, 33? Unless if you're talking about Van Zieks, then yes, he's only 33. Yeah. Like, Kazuma, no. You're being stupid. You're being a dum-dum, okay? I see a person in this courtroom that has power both in Britain and in Japan right here. But you're not accusing him. 10 years ago, my father was convicted in this very courtroom as a mass murderer to be sentenced to death. But it was all a sham, and I swore to myself that I'd prove it. Which is why I had to come to Britain. Whatever the cost. Oh, just casually has a drink. You'll have to forgive me if I feel compelled to toast this vengeful Nipponese's tenacity of purpose here. However... How many cups? He who fails to quash his emotions in the courtroom has failed as a lawyer. Come on, Kazuma. You know this won't wash. You're claiming your father was misrepresented in a trial that took place a whole decade ago. You must see that without evidence, that's nothing more than a wild accusation. As it happens, I have evidence. What? Wait, what evidence do you have? Okay. As the court has heard, I crossed the channel to France with Gregson on the 31st. I went with him on the pretext of being the assassin recruited to kill Seishiro Shigoku. But my true intentions were to make the inspector tell me the truth. What truth? The truth about the evidence, and he acknowledged what I'd already deduced. There's a closely guarded secret about what went on in that autopsy 10 years ago. Wait, what? Wait, if that's the case, then hold on. Because as far as we know, the autopsy report was written by Mikotoba, even if it was signed by Wilson. So wouldn't that mean that Professor Mikotoba also should know what the secret is? Maybe? I don't know. While we awaited for my supposed mark in Jigoku's cabin, I drew my clan's illustrious sword, Kadama, before the inspector's eyes. He very quickly understood what my true motive was. Right, I see. You're that Asugi's young lad, are you? And what, you're gonna cut me down with that thing? Is that it? That will very much depend on the answers you give to my questions. I want to know what really happened 10 years ago. The truth. That's all. Oh no, I don't want Gregson to be down. Before we get into that, get into it, let me make one thing clear. I still believe your father was the professor. There's no doubt in my mind. But unfortunately back then, we didn't have the evidence we needed to make the crime stick. What? Wait, okay, hold on. We did get a hint for this in the morgue and on the report, but it's easy to forget with the tornado of everything happening. Oh, did we? Okay. I completely forgot. Okay, I see. He petitioned so much for the for there to be, like, a thing. That's right, even then. Well, good thing you had your trusty trunk thing with you. So that's when the tip of the sword broke. Oh, Kazuma-sama. If the results of Clint Van Zeek's autopsy were fabricated, then the investigating officer Gregson and the lead coroner Wilson must have known about it. Oh, wait, but as I was saying earlier, then that also means Mikotoba knew about it. Because it's his handwriting. And they can only have been ordered to pervert the course of justice in that way by one man. No, because he wasn't originally the prosecution. Like, I think I don't remember if it was true, I might be remembering wrong, but was Van Zeek's, what was it? No. Strongheart was originally the prosecution. I know for sure that's true. But Van Zeek's kept pushing until he was allowed to be prosecutor. So all of this could have been done before Van Zeek's was actually made to be prosecutor. So he probably didn't know that this happened. Least of all, he definitely, or there's possibility, like, if that's the case, he wasn't the one to fabricate the evidence. So I know you had amnesia, but dude, I know. This is so stupid. Kazuma, please. Strong art. Kazuma, you're giving him too much credit. He does not have that much power. Oh my god, okay. So it follows that the Reaper's true identity can only be that of the man who stands accused in this courtroom today, Baroque Van Zieks. No, it's not him though. I don't believe it. But it's not. It's not though. Kazuma Isugi. What you've just told the court. Are you absolutely certain of your facts? Did Gregson really fabricate evidence for the trial 10 years ago? I heard it with my own ears. His shameful admission. In that case, I know. The name of the Reaper. What? What? Lord Van Zieks. I gave no such orders. I know that for certain. Which narrows down the remaining possibilities to one. Wait, I know who it is, I think. It's the only logical explanation, but let's see if this is, if I'm right or not. If Lord Van Zieks isn't the one behind all this, then yes, there is only one other person who could have done something like that. I believe I know who it is too. You? Kazuma, it's so obvious. It's so obvious. There's only one person in this whole game. I mean, the Queen of England, sure, but no, but there's only one person in this whole game that we've met with that much power. It is so obvious. Okay. I just had a feeling this name was going to come up. King, which monarchy is there right now? I feel like it has to be a queen, but I might be wrong. During the Victorian era. Queen Victoria. Preceded by King George IV and King William IV. Oh wow, string of kings right after Queen Victoria. We don't have an exact date for when this takes place, but it's the Victorian era. So it could have been a king or a queen. It really just depends on the years. Because Queen Victoria was from 1837 to 1901. So if it was around 1900, 1901, then queen. If not, then it's been a string of kings. According to Google, anyway. Okay. The true identity of the infamous Reaper of the Bailey is Susato no. I mean, come on. Like, look at his fucking description, man. The Lord Chief Justice, who wields absolute authority in judicial matters, including the appointment of lawyers. He's a thoroughly intimidating man. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Or like, maybe 10 years ago he didn't have this much power, but right now, for sure, it's only him. You know, he's the only guy. That makes sense. So here goes. The guy, the big dude. The only person who could have arranged the assassin exchange and manipulated the autopsy results. is the Lord Chief Justice himself, Lord Mail Strongheart. What? Lord Strongheart? Yeah, he's been stringing you along, dude. Yes, it's true that 10 years ago, the defendant handled the prosecution of the professor in court. But he only took over the case after his brother, Clint Van Zieks, had been killed. Yes, that's true. He didn't become the prosecutor until later, Kazuma. But Mail Strongheart was the prosecutor first. Nope, it's not a joke. Not a joke. Well, Lord Van Zieks. Oh, this is getting tense. 10 years ago, I was very new to my profession, but I had a burning desire to avenge my brother's death, so I pleaded for control of the case. The investigation to that point, the supplication of the Lords to allow my brother's corpse to be examined, all the evidence I was given, autopsy reports, it all came from you. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. I spent my life since then believing I was in your debt for the way you stood aside and let me handle the trial. But I see now. Are you gonna break the stand too? I don't think they have enough replacements for that, Van Zieks. I was very much mistaken. It was a hugely influential force that caused the inspector and the coroner to break the law 10 years ago, and the same force was still felt a decade later on the other side of the world, by Seishiro Jigoku. Lord Strongheart, everything falls into place when we recognize that you are the Reaper of the Bailey. Oh. Wait, but you know what that means? He didn't only do it this time. If he was the Reaper of the Bailey, he's been doing all of this, or fabricating, or not fabricating, but planning all of these deaths. That's wild. Okay. Oh my god, we have been blessed with 3 of these. Wait, 2 or 3? Anyway, more than 1. The court awaits your response, my lord. This may very well go down in British judicial history, but I assure you it is no joke. Consider this a formal accusal by the defense. We're working together! Fuck you. You're only saying that because you're the one being accused. You're not going to defend yourself? But I heard it from Gregson's own lips. He admitted to it. Oh, come on. This is what he wanted, of course. Gregson's dead now, so... Oh my god. He's getting rid of anyone who... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You mean to say... Oh my god. Oh, fuck you. Wait, do we have anything? Oh, we don't have anything. This is fucked up. Can we pull the ears? Come on. Something. This is... Kazuma, please. You have to see. No, fuck you. So that's the real purpose of the assassin exchange. Oh, no! No! Kazuma, he's more or less waited his whole life for this moment. Is there really nothing else we can do now? Kazuma, this isn't the truth though, this isn't the truth. Is there no other avenue we can go down in pursuit of the truth about what happened all those years ago? If only there was someone who could testify about Clint Van Zieks' autopsy. Hold on, there is someone. There is someone though. I don't know if the game will let me, but there is someone. He's gone to extraordinary lengths to cover his tracks. Even so far as dispatching an assassin all the way to Japan to ensure Dr. Wilson's silence. And Dr. Scythe won't say anything against Strongheart. But there's still one ray of hope. Because they don't know he didn't actually write it, but it was someone else who wrote it. Okay. Actually, there is one person who could still testify about that autopsy. Nah, Strongheart, there's still someone who can. Who? Yunosuke, who? Tell me. Kazuma, Please, this trial can't end. Not yet. I mean, we really didn't have to go through this avenue if you didn't push, but at the same time, I do want Male Strongheart to, like, pay for what he's done. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing it for the truth. For our client, also. Like, don't forget your client, Yunosuke. The person at the defense would like to call to the stand to testify about the autopsy of Lord Clint Van Zieks is... Oh, fuck you, dude. An expert in forensics medicine, my lord. Professor Yuji Mikotoba, 16 years ago, he came to London with Seishiro Jigoku and Genshin Osogi as a visiting student. Because he's the one that wrote the autopsy, dude. And we can just compare handwriting, and you'd know it was him. Professor Mikotoba was the primary assistant during the autopsy in question. He was also the person who actually penned the report. I know, but it was the primary assistant's duty to keep a written record of the coroner's work during the procedure. In actual fact, the coroner merely read over the report at the end and signed it. In other words, Professor Mikotoba witnessed the entire autopsy from start to finish. The defense demands that Professor Mikotoba be summoned as a witness as a matter of urgency. Whatever really happened to the autopsy laboratory 10 years ago is something only he can tell us. It's only denying it only makes you more suspicious. What? But Professor Mikotoba is in London at this very moment. Oh, sorry. We could summon him to the stand in minutes. No. Of course he's not going to agree to it. Strongheart has no intention of summoning anyone who knows. He's too concerned about protecting himself. I did, yes. At this time, I don't have the requisite evidence, but that's exactly why we need witness testimony. I mean, there is. You're just not allowing it to happen because it would prove that you're a dickbag, but I mean, not that that hasn't already been proved already by whatever's happening right now, but wow, okay. That's fucked up. But we all know what will happen. That'll just give the mastermind of the whole venture time to cover his tracks again. Yes, definitely you. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. Asogi, don't break it. Don't break it. Kazuma, calmed. Like, I get it, but like, hold on. It's not over yet. It can't be. No. Hold on, who's our savior? Oh my god, Mr. Sholmes! Oh my god, I've been listening to this song so much. I've been listening to this specific song. What's it called? It's called Partners, the Game is Afoot. This is the song that plays when Sholmes and Mikotoba are doing a dance of deduction. And I listen to this all the time. It's so good. Oh, I'm so glad that oh my god, I can't speak right. I'm so glad that they're playing this song again. Cause you hear like part of the main theme and part of the Sholmes jingle, whatever, the you know what I mean. Hold on, it should come up. Right here. Oh my god, I love this song so much. Okay, sorry. Mr. Sholmes! Shut up. No! Objection! Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Seishiro Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say. It took me a while to read that. Same as one of the go-tos for when I'm working. It's such a good song. Lord Mail Strongheart, it's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to an end at this stage. Everyone's against you, dude. There's nothing you can do. You need only recall your own words from the opening of the trial to answer that question, if I may. We will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. Surely it can't be that the shock of being accused of being the Reaper yourself has erased that from your memory, can it? No, it hasn't. It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. I put it to you, my dear fellows, should the trial end at this juncture? No! After all, why have you been invited to attend? To nod along to the prevarication... How do I... Prevarications? Prevarications? Whatever. Of your superiors? Oh, yes, make the audience doubt. It seems to me that we stand before a door that leads to a new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar. Yes, let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long ascendancy. For you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open now. You know, I'm getting flashbacks to Apollo Justice with the last case. Like, it's not exactly the same, but it's giving me some similar vibes. He's right. God damn it. If he calls the trial to an end, it must end. But will that really do? I sense dark things occurring behind the scenes. Oh, so great. What? Dude, this guy looks silly. Oh, yes! We've got the public on our side! Kazuma looks so pretty right now. Kazuma, don't worry, I got you. You might have said some really mean things to me, but doesn't mean I'm Thank goodness Herlock knows how to put on a show. Oh yeah, definitely. Without him, this would never... He's the savior right now. Kazuma, just stay like that and don't do it. Don't say anything, don't ruin it. I know. Just be pretty, okay? Oh my god, this is great. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes! A toast to my dependable colleagues in the gallery. Yes! Strong art. You're fucked. Well, my lord, you hear the voice of British justice, I take it. I think you'll find it will be rather awkward silence. You're screwed either way. You're gonna be screwed over just like Seishiro Jigoku has been screwed over. Oh, Kazuma. Oh yeah, listen, right when you said recess, I was like, no, absolutely not. I do not want to give you time to cover any of your tracks. You can use that recess to do a lot, you know. And he's the one that determines the length of the recess, so no. A recess won't be necessary, my lord. No. Mikitobe is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the antechamber as we speak. I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact. What? Professor Mikitobe is here in the courthouse? Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know this would happen, did you? I mean, they prepared stuff. My dear fellow, no one is in a better position to answer that question than you, Shirley. I wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know. Oh my god, I'm getting chills, dude. No. Oh no, he's so mad. But of course, in truth, I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes. I trust you have Iris's little lucky charm with you. Oh, I do, yes. Absolutely. It's still in my pocket. She sends her regards. And a reminder. If you find yourself at a dead end, the ears are at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please. No, but I want to tug both ears like a lot. It's cute. Oh, of course. He's like, please, my ears can't handle anymore. Oh my god. Okay, I have to finish this today. There's no way I can leave it here. So, it's... so it's Lord Strongheart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. Where exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder? Just how deep am I going to be plunged into the blackness of the abyss? Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to head into the heart of this maelstrom and confront whatever horrors it tries to drown me under. Oh, I've got like serious chills right now. Oh my god, this is nuts. Or, I mean, to be fair, I could probably leave it here. But I don't want to. But I could. Let's just go. Let's just go. What the fuck? Let's just go. Why is Maria here? So, witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Yuji Mikotoba, lecturer in forensic medicine at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo, Japan. Maria, oh dear. And Professor Mikotoba, the young lady beside you is... this is Dr. Maria. Why do I keep saying Mariah? Maria Gorey. Scotland Yard's practicing coroner, the daughter of Dr. Scythe, I understand. Yes, Dr. Scythe. I'm afraid I can't tell you why she's here. She just appeared, okay. She's very interested in you, dude. Not in that way, but you know what I mean. You summoned this strange Japanese man as a witness to that autopsy. But you don't summon Mama. That makes no sense. She was there too. I mean, she's in trouble, so... that's about the size of it. I've had her eyes boring into the side of my cheek constantly. Whilst I was in the antechamber too. That's so creepy. Poor man. The idea of this, it's making me shudder. No, we wouldn't. The Ministry of Justice. Some questionable strings are being pulled, I think. Oh dear. Yes, it's been a long while, Lord Strongheart. The prosecution understands that you were a visiting student of forensic science in London until 10 years ago. That's right, I studied under Dr. Wilson at St. Sinners. So, you were present at the autopsy of my brother, Lord Clint Van Zeeks. I was, yes. I assisted Dr. Wilson with the entire procedure. Mama's far more skilled than any Japanese man. Wow. Well, Dr. Wilson asked me to be his primary assistant on that occasion. And this autopsy report was actually penned by you, I believe. Yes. Oh, yes. I noted all of the doctor's findings, and when we were done, he read through the document and signed it. Poor Mama. As secondary assistant, she wouldn't have had such a good view of all the innards. Wow. Corey, please. Maria. Oh. But Gregson admitted to it before he was killed. He admitted that the excuse me. He admitted that the results of the autopsy were fabricated. You were there at the time, so you must testify. You have an obligation to tell the truth about what really went on. Poor Kazuma, though. Like, his actions, his words, his attitude, no excuse. But I still feel really bad for him. Because, like, I understand where he's coming from, in a sense. Obviously not really, but, like, you know, I can see his reasoning behind his actions, but doesn't justify it. And that's why I'm here too. Okay, I still don't know why Maria's here, but okay. Okay. Mikotoba is an impressively complex character, I know. He's always surprising you, though. Like, a little bit. I'm still remembering his tap dancing. Strongheart, fuck off. Alright, let's hear that testimony.